These nuts. These nuts. These nuts. Hopefully the audio shouldn't go down on this. There should be some sort of signal between me and the potential viewers of the stream, whether or not the audio has gone down. Typically, I like to be on top of any sort of chat. However, sometimes it ends up that I get distracted with a topic or whatnot, and I don't happen to look at the chat, and therefore lose potential audio. But I've replaced the cable. Everything should be good. We should be fine. And we should be great for this Saturday edition of the PigCast. If you're not familiar with what the PigCast is, I don't blame you. It's not really a big deal. It's a grown short man complaining about things that bother him. For example, millennials being quirky. That's something that bothers me. Facebook returns is another thing that bothers me. We could talk about fat people going on the Dr. Doom ride. That's another thing that bothers me. These are typically things that annoy me, and I provide to you for content, and some people enjoy them. We're going to talk about my video that got me into some trouble on Facebook called Female Magicians Don't Exist, and how I'm right and all of them are wrong. I should pull up the comments on that because that video is actually pretty interesting on Facebook. Obviously, the title of this video is AOC. And AOC is beautiful. AOC is a beautiful woman. And AI AOC is even more beautiful, more beautifuler. She's a perfect woman. If it wasn't for her shit politics, we would have just beautiful arguments, me and her. Some people say she looks like a horse. No. You do better than that. And I doubt that you'll be able to. And also Cheesecake Factory. I don't know why I put that. I remember a magician performing for himself at Cheesecake Factory. God, what a virgin. What a good, fun show we have here today. Obviously, the voicemail section is open. If you want to leave a voicemail, make sure to do so by clicking in the actual link down below. You don't have to make an account. It's anonymous. As a matter of fact, we have one that I'll pull up. Of course, Satchel spamming the chat, saying I was watching a movie based on Piggy called Jack Reacher, played by a little fella that goes by the name of Tom Cruise. I think he's 5'3". Well, I guess that we share that particular trait, me and Tom Cruise, because I also happen to be a short king. And of course, the next comment is in reference to having great audio, but I'm looking directly at my audio interface that hasn't dropped yet and is not going to drop because of the brand new cable that I've attached. So we're moving on up here on the PigCast. We're moving on up. Saturday night, why not? And Vaginas. I guess this is a quick one. And the only topic I have from Twitter. Might as well just show you this. AOC AI is my favorite person on the planet. She's a 10 out of 10. I love her. My birthday's coming up. I would love to have her for my birthday. This, I think, is the perfect woman. Perfect bone structure. The face is indigenous. I love that. You could tell she's Latin, so she has that spice. Obviously, this picture is enlarging certain characteristics that AOC may or may not possess. We haven't been blessed with leaks yet. I could only hope so much. But just look at this. Look at this woman and tell me that you prefer somebody else. Obviously, this is a fictional representation of Alexandria. This isn't her. Obviously, the real one has certain facial characteristics that are different to this. But you could see there's potential there. There's definitely potential there. Just beautiful, supple breasts we know that she has. And the rest of it is astonishing as well. So if you find AOC unattractive, even real AOC is very attractive, but AI AOC really takes it to the next level. And that hat is just it's just the cherry on top. I figured out how to do it, by the way, how to do it. So that's that. I just wanted to get that out of the way because it's the only topic I have here on Twitter, and I can now allocate resources to some good old chats here. Let's see what the chats maybe say about that. Goddamn AI. Stefan says, yeah, she got the yams. She definitely got the yams. I'm a big fan. I prefer AI Taylor Swift from a couple months ago. Yeah, for sure AI Taylor Swift, because AI Taylor Swift gives her a body. Taylor Swift has the body of a 13-year-old anorexic. She's not a real super attractive girl. She has a really attractive face for a white bitch, but The rest of it is I would say, very surfboard like. It's nothing you would throw yourself at a bar at 3 o'clock in the morning. You could find a dime a dozen Taylor Swift, but of course, what sets her apart is that her parents put her in front of the right people, and she had enough talent to get her through where she needed to be, and also blue enough people. I think that's well known. As a matter of fact, a lot of people make mistakes closing time at 3 o'clock in the morning. You see my transition there? How good was my transition? So sometimes you're outside of a club and you're really, you just got to make a choice. You either leave with somebody or you leave by yourself. And we could see that this gentleman has clearly made a decision for himself. Let's take a look at this. Open up the audio here. You can see hear the type of music that's playing. And you could see his mannerisms, by the way. His mannerisms are that of any sort of horny guy that's approaching a girl at the bar, like kind of enticing her. You're in her space. She can't help but be in his space because of the gravity that she possesses. But you could see that homeboy's here. Seems like he has a phone. She's whispering in his ear, and he's getting all up in her space. He's looking at her lips. He's trying to get a little bit of a kiss. Some people would argue that fat girls need some loving too. I disagree. Now, what shocks me the most about this is the pull away. Look at this. So he goes for what looks like to be a kiss. She gives him the cheek. And she kind of pulls away there. She kind of gets into a erect position. I don't know if you've seen these graphs of relationships that don't work when the man is diagonal and the woman is erect. But we could see here that she is the erect one here. So she goes from a position where she's taking that. Now he's diagonal. So this is not going to work, which is pathetic because the whole this is a really sad scenario for the person. I'm not saying him. I'm saying for her. It's a bad existence as a fat person. I know I give fat people a lot of shit, but it's a real hard way to live your life. You have to wake up. You're out of breath. You walk to your bathroom, you blow up your toilet, you eat constantly. Fat Bastard really set it out perfectly in that Austin Powers movie. But some people say, hey, more cushion for the pushing. I'm not one of those guys. Going over here. AI better stop. Finna make me act up. Stefan acting like he's not the whitest black person I know by using terms like finna. If you're a white person, you're not familiar with that term. That term is, it means fixing to or going to, right? You're going to make me act up. You see how I could work in exchange with going to make me? So that's just a quick little, the more you know, for those of you that happen to be white, which clearly I'm not. Already resetting the video drivers. That's not a good sign for the rest of the show, but I guess that's part and parcel of being piggy here. My man is cooked. Torta says satchel. A tortilla is another term. A torta is a term that could be misconstrued in both ways. Some Latin cultures see it as an intense lesbian, and other cultures see it as the whale that's usually in a group of girls that defends the rest of the pack. So you have a bunch of hot girls, and you have the torta that's there that one of your bros has to take for the team. I'm never that person because I don't like fat people. So let that be known. Her butt's on the wrong side. She's going to hit him with a Samoan spike. God damn, so simple. So elegant. Just, boy, hungry. You might have the you might win the award for the most pins of glory. That's just unbelievably good, and for no effort. I guess let's listen to the voicemail. We have one by Mike, 58 seconds. So let's just go through this. Allows me to drink my little coffee rum cocktail.
Hey, Piggy, it's Mike. Pardon me, because I got to go super based here for a moment. Believe it or not, Good Friday is one of my favorite days of the year. And it's because it reminds us that that faith is not all sunshine and rainbows. Why the heck would that have to do anything with you? It's the same reason that I appreciate listening to and watching you. You remind us that magic is not all sunshine and rainbows. It's not just about us. And every time I sit there, maybe I'm subbing at school and thinking, well, I'm bored. Let me show the kids a magic trick. I hear your voice in my head going, magic isn't for you. It's a thing that's shared, and you're abusing your audience, not doing something fun with them. Anyhow, so seasonally appropriate gratitude to you for reminding us to stay real and to stay honest and to remember that magic is a hobby. It's not a superpower that makes us special people. Anyhow, that's all. Thanks. Bye.
Mike being unbelievably based as usual, dropping some hot facts. I apologize for the little beep. I don't know why my computer seems to be requiring a reset of video drivers every once in a while in order to make sure that I could see what what you guys are looking at. What you guys are looking at. But that is true. It is Good Friday. We have to remind ourselves, those of us that are religious and those of you that are not, will enjoy your one-way ticket to hell. To hell in a cell. I guess that's works with the Simone Spike reference. Hey, Piggy, did you hear The Rock is going to be at WrestleMania? My goodness, I can't even speak. Not only do I hear The Rock's going to be at WrestleMania, it's on my birthday. It's on my birthday. So I'm excited for that. I've been watching all the shows because I'm a virgin. I wanted to say another word after that, but I'm afraid I can't because of fear of being canceled. I saw a picture the other day of Harrison Greenbaum, who is a comedian and a magician, and he was in a podcast, and one of the things, I guess they illustrated, they enumerated the points that were covered in the podcast, and one of them was, "Oh, are you afraid that you're going to be offensive to people and you're going to see them in person?" He's not offensive. That's not an offensive person. That's milquetoast. It's fake offensiveness. If you take offense by that, maybe because he roasted magicians once for Vanishing Ink, and it was the most cringeworthy roast you've ever seen, so aggressive that they had to take it out. It was so aggressively awful that they had to remove it. That's not real offensiveness. What you see here, that's real offensiveness, baby. As a matter of fact, that leads to my next topic, which is just going back on a video that I made. This is the video. It's called Female Magicians Don't Exist. Now, obviously, I'm aware that female magicians exist. It's clickbait. It's for you to click on the video. However, it's also a trap. I laid several traps in this video. I hate to open the curtain as to my line of thinking, but it was a trap, and it worked. It got you. You're retarded. And I say that assuming that you're not actually clinically retarded. But if you saw this video and looked at the title and thought, wow, PigCake really believes that female magicians don't exist, I got you. Also in the video, I specifically used the word retarded because I knew that people would latch onto that rather than the points that I'm making in the video, which you cannot argue with. They're universal points. And many people did on Facebook. But this video in particular, Female Magicians Don't Exist, I go through an article written by the New York Times, which I have to vet here real quick to make sure that my email doesn't pop up. But this was the article. Again, let me check, because sometimes what tends to happen is actually it's not letting me. It's not letting me because apparently I have to. Oh, no, I figured it out. I can't scroll now. I guess I could show you the title and the beautiful Anna de Guzman there. But the article was called "Being a Woman in Magic May Be the Hardest Trick of Them All," or of all. And I talked about why that's a ridiculous notion and why that's not even true. It's the opposite. That's true. Women in magic get more opportunities because there's less of them. And the reason that there's less of them isn't because there's a force holding them back. It's because they're less interested in magic. Now, there are a substantial amount of females that are interested in magic, and for those, I'm eternally grateful for. However, it doesn't appeal, typically, to many females. That's the point that I was making in the video, which you can't argue, because that's going against everything that we know about magicians, which is that they're majority male. But it seems like people on Facebook didn't seem to understand that, and I caused a little bit of a hullabaloo over there on Facebook, and I trapped you all. I got you all because you are now admitting that there's a difference between females and male magicians. By saying that female magicians exist and arguing that female magicians is a term that we need to use, you're essentially saying that there's a difference between female magicians and they're not just regular magicians. You're saying they're different. So I beat you. Haha, idiot. As a matter of fact, let's go and see the actual thread itself, which I haven't checked out. 212 comments. Damn. Last time I checked this, there was approximately 23. But then we apparently jump-started to 212. So let's go through this, view previous comments, and see it here real quick. I don't want to spend a lot of time, but suffice to say that I tricked a lot of people here. This guy says, question mark, question mark, question mark. My mom was reading over my shoulder and I explained. Basically, I told her the issue is why we don't have female secretaries. Says Caroline. I think that's accurate. That might be accurate, and proving my point. There was a time before my time that people would make a distinction when someone was a lady doctor. Today, she would be called a doctor. I'm glad that we're moving towards that women in our field deserve recognition and representation. See more. After being held for so long, we're all magicians. There you go. Brandon, proving my point. Full disclosure, I am responding to the cover photo, so he agrees. Let's see, Meadow Perry, who's another person that comments often, tends to be on the side against my beliefs. Also comments, can I talk to a doctor? You're talking to a doctor, essentially reinforcing his point. Although I did see her here say that I can't take a person who uses the R word 3 times in the rebuttal of an article about women in magic in 2024. This video is wholly self-unaware, that's hard to say, and blowing steam into an echo chamber. An echo chamber, of course, that Meadow also seems to reside in on Facebook. I noticed that a lot of these comments, as a matter of fact, I didn't get any comments on my YouTube video that were against my point, which is kind of interesting because they just left to their own echo chamber here on Facebook. So it's kind of interesting that nobody actually made and ventured the aggressive waters to YouTube and leave a comment. I'd love to talk to any one of these people in person, by the way. I'd love to and hear their points. Of course, I got into a semantic debate with Panda Man. Mark Lewis says that I'm a low-class idiot and he doesn't approve of me. Mark Lewis goes on to mention that I look like some sort of elf, even though he looks like a proud member of the registry. But that's my opinion. Panda Man says, are you PigCake? Of course, that's me. By the way, stud physiognomy refers to facial features. That's not true. Physiognomy has many different definitions. And here I go on to say, I use it to indicate the general form or appearance of something. An accurate use of the word panda, which is true. If you look up on Oxford, it's the 3rd definition of physiognomy. And it's how I used it to refer to the general appearance and shape of females and how traditionally they were used as assistants. No, you didn't. You were referring to them as being physically adept at contorting. Nice try, though. And then I, of course, retort saying, I forgot that physical characteristics of a person have nothing to do with their general form and appearance. I must be the R word. And it says, the facial features doesn't impact their general form. No, I don't use the R word unless I'm using it in its initial intent, which has nothing to do with mental acuity. So he's out here trying to be a highfalutin as possible and doubling down on his retardation of thinking that physiognomy can't refer to general form. All right. Would you be letting anyone off? I haven't watched the video and I don't know PigCake, but it has to be the funniest arrogant comment. You don't have a hook to let him off, so you made your point. You have made your point of his misuse of a word, but dude, tone down the ego. Letting you off the hook. I guess that's what he's referring to there. So semantic argument. Pretty dumb, but lots of these comments I haven't seen before. Someone's just looking for attention. Female magicians not only exist, but excel at the skills formerly harbored by male magicians of yesteryear. That's not my point. My point is that the term female magician is it's just weird. It's redundant, and we shouldn't use it. It's magician. You're magicians. I'm not watching that video. It's either clickbait or sexist, says Carl Bama, who I believe I've seen him in underwear. We're wearing the same shirt. Are we? He's wearing a Hulkamania shirt. I'm wearing a Hulkamania shirt. This guy says, legit just watched a magic show last week with a female magician. Again, proving my point. You saw a magician. Tom Stone, of course, notorious for having just the greatest takes when it comes to content. Says, this guy seems to draw a lot of conclusions from a single article. Several of his facts are not facts. He's misrepresenting the context of a scientific study. That's not true. I read through the study, and the study is flawed in several of its intents. Its intent, its initial hypothesis was to prove a gender bias between people when seeing a trick performed by a male versus a trick performed by a female. And the qualities that you would think are important, such as the skill level of the magician in question, the female and the male, are not in question. And also the tricks, the individual tricks, are not in question. So you have a disparity there. So, of course, Tom Stone comes in and has to defend his point. Steve Faulkner agrees. And then Panda Man, of course, comes back and says, yeah, my favorite part is when you use physiognomy incorrect. I used it correctly, you fuck. So this is a lot. It's there on the section there on Magicians Only, if you want to check it out and take a look at the actual thread yourself. I mean, again, I'm all open to ears, but nothing that I said in that video is really open to debate. What I said was standard facts that magic tends to appeal to awkward men when it comes to, people getting involved in magic. It tends to appeal to them in particular. Somebody had a point against that, as a matter of fact. He said, magic is more appealing to awkward men is completely tone deaf. He also threw the word awkward in there to sound self-deprecating, as if to say, don't at me, bro. He wants to sound like he's being inclusive without wanting to change anything about the industry to make it more inclusive. We don't need more inclusivity. We just need better magicians. That's a retarded point to make. If we focus on inclusivity, we're going to be focusing on the wrong points, because then we're trying to spread diversity for diversity's sake rather than have diversity be a product of just having better magicians. So that's already retarded. He told us at the very, and also the fact that this guy called it the R word and continued using it and went off on the NYT. Shut up. God, these people are already... And of course, he uses the term systemic problem. It tends to appeal to awkward boys. That's what magic happens to appeal to. Now, it's not to say that it doesn't appeal to awkward females or females in general or regular men. But I'm saying, as a whole, magic tends to appeal to those type of people that want to use it as a social lubricant. When you were a kid and getting into magic, most of the time, I almost guarantee you that you were somebody that didn't necessarily happen to be open with people as the other ones, and especially in comparison to the popular kids. So you get into magic, and then that's how you use that as lubricant to get into other social endeavors. That's something that's, you can't argue with that. That was my experience. That's the experience of most magicians that I know. It's always that social lubricant. Now, yes, there are those people that exist that come in from a different way. They're already socially engaging and they get into magic for other reasons. Yes, female magicians get into magic without having to have any sort of disparity. But I'm saying for the most part. But yeah, they go on these tirades without really understanding what I'm getting at. Just a lot of retardation here, to be honest. And the fact that you guys hankered on that word really tells me that you're only arguing from just the point of, hi guys, remember me? Oh, I'm inclusive. Guys, look at me. I put a little circle around my Facebook profile picture that says I took the vaccine. And then whatever is the latest thing, I did it. All right, remember me, guys. I'm doing my part. I'm inclusive. That's what it says. It doesn't say that you really care. You don't care. You're just wanting to bring attention back on you. So that was a fun thing, and I guess I wanted to talk about that because it's a video that did get a lot of attention, a lot more attention than I thought it was gonna get. 212 comments. I wonder if they closed it. But sexist. Nothing I said was sex. Maybe I definitely said sexist things. I'm not gonna say that. I don't want to branch myself into a corner. But in that video, I was pretty general. I was pretty general and pretty reasonable, especially with that article talking about how historically, yes, all right, you can make an argument on how stage illusions. But now in 2024, if you're female and you're in magic, you're going to have more opportunities just because there's less of you. And don't tell me that there isn't less of you when you go to a convention or when you go to anywhere where there's a lot of magicians and you typically see a bunch of dudes. You see girls, you see women, but you see mostly men. What does that tell you? That tells you that that's indicative of the general population of magicians, which tends to be male dominated. I'm not saying that that's a good thing, that we should have it male dominated. I'm saying that that's a fact. Men happen to be interested in magic more so than females. But I say, because there's less of you, it makes you more niche and therefore more valuable to magic as a whole because you stand out more. So you have more opportunities. You cannot argue in 2024 that you have been restricted as a female in magic. That's a dumb point. Harrison Greenbaum. Offensive talking. I offend people. All right. I'm the offensive one. So that's my point. Let's see what people are saying here in the chat. Maybe I might get one of these people to talk on the next podcast. That'd be great. Right. Wouldn't it be wonderful to have me argue with one of these people that was really against my video? Which, by the way, you're the sexist right now because you're differentiating and segregating. We've gone back to segregation. I'm now segregating women from magic by alienating them further by calling them female magicians. All right. All right. Why did I get an ad in the middle of the stream? That's because YouTube thinks that it's appropriate to put ads whenever it feels like it. Joey Charlie says, what happens when people get progressive? Yeah, they get so progressive that they get regressive. That's the full circle they run. They go all the way back to segregation. Segregation is back now in many ways and many forms, and including in this particular argument where we're a lot of these are people argumenting are for the point of separating females from males when it comes to magic identification. Magic Orthodoxy is going to change his bio to male magician. I might do that right now. Let's see. On Instagram. Shit. Let's see. Yeah, sorry, let me respond to this text here. I know it's rude. I messed up. And followed by crying emoji. But I'm going to change my profile to professional virgin male magician. Let's see, professional virgin. And then I have to put a little line. Male magician. So stupid. So dumb. We now have to separate it because you want to be a little bit more progressive and you're not thinking as to the logic that I'm trying to get at, which is you're a magician. Yes, you happen to be female, but you're a magician. You saw a magician last week. Why do I have to now put you in a little box? Isn't that... I'm more progressive. I'm more progressive than you are. Most of these people in this chat. I'm way more progressive because I'm trying to include you. I'm inclusive. Look at this semantic discovery that I just came to. I'm the one that's being inclusive. I'm the one being inclusive. So now let's see if Panda Man wants to argue about semantics there. Piggy playing 4. I imagine you meant 4D chess, Corn Pop. But I hate to show my hand here. I know I laid those traps there. I wanted to see if people caught on, and I used the word retarded intentionally to see if people would hanker on that. And of course they did. Of course they did. And they said, I'm not going to have anybody say the R word and take their point seriously. Did you hear the other stuff I was saying? Because it was pretty reasonable. Joey Charlie says, checkmate. Hulk Hogan's real name is Terry Jean Bolea. Yeah, one of my favorite points is when Hulk Hogan in court had to he had to illustrate the difference between Hulk Hogan's penis and Terry Bollea's penis. Terry Bollea has a reasonable penis, but Hulk Hogan has a 20-inch cock. Male nurse, yeah, that's the exact point that I made in the video. Garbage and people as garbage men typically is what you hear. A male. It's a male-dominated industry. Nursing is a female-dominated industry. When you hear nurse, you tend to think woman. You don't tend to think male nurse, but it's the same thing. You're a nurse nevertheless. You shouldn't be a male nurse. You're a nurse. The R word. Yeah, how retarded is that? These arguments are dumber than the ones in the cafe. Trust me, if you read the one on that illusionist hand behind the back thing, you would see some real arguments, some real interesting arguments there. Let's see. This is what happens when people get progressive. Maybe you should get progressive by getting my brand new deck of playing cards, the Missing Piece deck, available now. Limited supply. Once they're gone, they're gone. Once they're gone, they're gone. I say that, but then watch me reprint them. All right. As of now, once they're gone, they're gone. So make sure to get them in the link in the description section below. Is what happens when people get progressive. I already read that one. Magic Orthodoxy says studies show that Viagra helps hamsters recover faster than from jet lag. I also have heard that people use Viagra as a pre-workout. I guess because it's a vasodilator. Why in the world am I getting ads during a stream? I already addressed that. Why am I getting an ad? YouTube has been doing that every so often, saying the R word is retarded. Amen, preacher. Hallelujah. Totally kindergarten. Yeah, it's so black and white for them. For them people. It's so black and white. It's a asinine concept to think that maybe I'm being progressive. I'm being inclusive. Jason Heiss says, I got into magic for the money. I was misguided. Definitely misguided. I could use some social lubrication. Totally misguided. Studies show that giraffes are 30 times more likely to get hit by lightning than people. I imagine that's the girth of their necks. That's awesome. I'm new here, says Mihai. Mihai is kind of racist, I feel. Saying Mihai, it's how I would do a very terrible racist interpretation of saying hi as an Asian person. It's 40 chess, but 40 chess is funnier. Yeah, I could see myself playing against 40 people in chess at the same time and then losing. Not according to Zem, you're not inclusive. That is true. That is true. I have yet to put my pronouns on my profile. Maybe they would have taken me more seriously had I done that or identified as something else. If you put up the ladder in the video, you would have received a virtual standing ovation. That's fucking great. So that is that one. I know that I don't want to spend too much time on it, but it is annoying because of the attention that I got, and the majority of the attention was negative. Now, typically you would think, oh, if the majority of people have the opinion, then it might be right. No, because of the population is from Facebook. And not one person made the journey to the harsh waters of YouTube on my video to make a point there. I don't think one person did. But I would love to have my emails here. If you watch this video because you're so full of shit, as a matter of fact, somebody claimed, I think Mark Lewis, in his infinite virginity, claimed that he had seen a video that I made regarding a post that he made. So he doesn't like me. So I know that there's some kickback there. Maybe one of them might see this. Well, just know, look at this. I'm extending my hand to you. I'm extending my hand to you to come on and talk to me live and in person. I know, even though you're in your house, you'd probably want to wear a mask. You want to socially distance. You'd be triggered immediately if I use the word retarded. But I'd behave just for you because I know that you want to be in a safe space. Know that my podcast is a safe space, and I would love to have you on to argue. I know, argue might be enough to make you sign off because you don't want to have anything in your precious life affect your mental health. But just know I'm inviting you to my show and saying, please, let's talk about this. Tom Stone, whoever the fuck else left to call Panda Man. please, come on, let's have a hearty debate. And maybe I might learn something. Maybe I might become more progressive after having an argument or a conversation with you. Fuck. What else here? I already talked about the tortillas. This is fun. I have sold many things on OfferUp. I've sold many things on different websites, eBay, of which they banned my account for no fucking reason. A 13, 14-year account. Thank you for that. 5-star fuckers. But I've sold enough stuff on the internet. I've never done it on Facebook Marketplace, but it's the same thing. And I do recall selling a camera to an individual. And I go through great lengths to get those 5 stars. I want to make sure that you're satisfied to the point where I message you the day after, ask you if everything is great, everything is fine. I'm very good when it comes to my customer service. You could tell. I tend to respond to emails fairly quickly. Don't quote me on that, because you might say, nah, you didn't respond to my email. I'm sorry. But I typically do. Fuck off. But I have had an incident where I remember selling a camera to a guy, and I was there very open with what it was, how it worked. It was a Canon, I believe, a 9X Mark II, a really tiny, it was one of my favorite cameras. The only flaw is that it didn't have a flip-out screen. Beautiful camera. It fits in your pocket. I took it to a music festival, and it got these night shots that were unbelievable. And I showed it to the guy. He used it. I let him hold it. I let him take pictures of it. I brought a memory card. I brought it fully charged so he could test it out. He enjoyed it. The next day, I asked him, hey, man, everything going great? You enjoy the camera? You should leave it on this mode. I put a profile on it that was like a log profile, like a fake fake log profile on it. And I told him to use that if he wants to have it for professional videos. And about a week later, he wanted to return it to me. He said, oh, man, I don't need it anymore. I want to return it. Can I get my money back? No, you can't get your fucking money back. What? So here is a very similar incident. I would say way worse, 20 times worse than that. And of course, it takes place in what sounds like to be England. So let's take a look at that. Let's transition smoothly and click on the video.
Do you remember me? Bought a phone off yesterday on Facebook Marketplace.
Okay.
Yeah, yesterday I got it. Great phone. Really happy with it. It slipped out of my hand last night. Look at the back. It's all cracked now.
Okay.
Smashed.
Okay, but
Yeah.
but how has that happened?
I dropped it. It fell out of my hand. Yeah.
Okay, so why are you here?
I just thought because I only got it yesterday that you might replace it or give me a refund because
How am I going to replace it? It's not like I've got another phone.
Well, give me a refund then, and you can have the phone back.
Yeah, but why?
Because it's broken now.
Yeah, I know, but you've broken it.
But it was an accident. It just fell out of my hand. Couldn't help it.
Okay, but it's not like this is a shop.
I know, but you could. I should be able to get a free refund, really. I mean.
Yeah, but why?
The law is.
No. It's not the law.
It's damaged.
Now let me just say for the record, right? I have been fooled before. I just over the weekend I told my friend, oh, did you see that video of that dumb bitch that she was on a Zoom call and she used the company credit card for a trip so she could check the vibes out of a place, and they questioned her and she freaked out. And he goes, yeah, the skit. And I go, no, not the skit. It was real. It was a skit. I took an L. This could very well be a skit. I'm acknowledging that. It could be a skit. But is this really the Wi-Fi password lady stage contents? They look so staged. You have to laugh instead of crying. The audacity. This has to be staged. People saying that it could be staged here, that testing the thing. I don't know. I have no idea. It could be. It could very well be. But do you know that that's a thing that happens? It happened to me. You want to return it, and it says the audacity. It could be. White Claw sounds like a Mexican fighter name. Anyone seen Rainbow Magician on IG who does tricks at an XXX shop, or is it just me? I think that's a personalized one, Magic Buzz. I think that's a personalized one for sure. Ollie Joker says, love your channel. It looks very professional. Stop.
This is the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
Look at that. Even got the smooth transition. Got the zoom in. We are professional here. I've made money from these streams. Could be a Nintendo 64 character. This is a skit. Same guy has done loads. All right. And I'm starting to believe it because I do remember that woman being in a one with the Wi-Fi where she wanted to share the Wi-Fi password. That's fine. We have some other real ones. We have some other real ones here, but shut up. It could be real. Imagine doing something so dumb people think it's fake. I fell for the drunk hillbillies in the back of a truck throwing cans at the cop skit. I might be retarded. So I think it's part and parcel of the PigCake experience for you to be retarded. Speaking of, this is another one where it's a person watching their Uber. In their Uber, their plane departing. POV, when you thought it couldn't get any worse, when you watch your flight depart while you're in the Uber. I don't want to say anything else about the voices you might hear in the car. I don't want to say anything. People might accuse me of being another type of ist. But if you are in the Uber, you are late. You're late if the plane's departing. I've been in sticky situations, unfortunately, due to trains and whatnot. I still take the blame on that. The one that I don't take the blame on was the TSA that kept me for a little bit longer because I didn't listen to that line. Because I was listening to them in general, and apparently they have different rules per line. They have the same machines. They have different rules. So one, I don't have to take out my laptop. One, I do. One, I have to take off my shoes. One, I don't. One, I don't have to separate my liquids. The other one, I do. It's inconsistent. And yet, I take the blame. And I almost missed my flight because of that in sunny old England. What a bunch of fucking... I keep saying the TSA is a waste. And it is a waste. In any country, in any form. It's a waste. I shit you not. I was subbed him because he's great with band. And then all of a sudden, dildos. Dildo magic, says Magic Buzz. Maybe you should collab. You do sound like a porn, like a magic porn channel. Magic Buzz, you get it? Vibrators, they vibrate. I don't know why that. There you go. Even the crash is getting tired of me. I haven't seen that. Maybe you did send it to me. Let's see. When you get off the air, find out why your audio goes. Oh, the audio goes off between transitions because it doesn't keep. So the audio doesn't stay uniform. It's transitioning to another scene, which has different audio requirements. So it's kind of annoying. But it's unfortunately what you have to deal with on OBS. Yes, White Claw is like a cooler, says Satchel, who just messaged me. How many things have you seen on street corners? Says Joey. Enough. I live in the hood, so I carry. There's crackheads here all the time, and I don't trust any of them. So I see a lot of things. I saw one blow another guy the other day. It was an employee of one of these hotels nearby, and this crackhead that I recognize as one of the typical crackheads that's nearby the corner store that I live by. I just saw her wiping her mouth, and the guy, pulling up his pants, coming from behind what looked like to be a air conditioning unit. My dude, just know your dick's gonna be itchy. Your dick's gonna be very, very itchy. Grapple Vision says at Corn Pop Poe. I watch Grapple Vision a lot. So good to see you here. I'm kind of ashamed that you're a fan of magic, though. You can't mix wrestling and magic without having a lot of virginity. I know, because I am I hate to say, a huge wrestling fan. Ever since a child. Very adept at wrestling history. And you know, where we've come from then. So, kind of shameful to admit. Magic Buzz says, Pig doing tricks in a Planet Fitness bathroom. I'm going to like that. He gave me a hot $13 Canadian for that. You know, it's also funny. For $13.99 Canadian, you could get a missing piece deck. You like how I turned your dono into a shill? I appreciate it, though, Magic Buzz. I might use that to purchase a magic dildo. I don't have any. I know I've been gifted several over the years as, you know, friend things or whatever. Like, oh, haha, here's a dildo. But I've never done that. Celebrate your 20th, their 20th super on a live stream. 20th super. What the fuck does that even mean? Street corners are where you could buy basically, or where you could see basically anything.
5 or 6 stores, or
thank you.
Just one.
Pig doing tricks in Planet Fitness bathroom.
Maybe I might consider shaving, like that picture that you're referencing. If you're shaving in the Planet Fitness bathroom, I don't care which bathroom you're in, the male, female, whatever. That's gross. Come on. What the fuck? You're in a hurry? You got to shave in the bathroom at a Planet Fitness? Do what everybody else does at the Planet Fitness bathroom. Blow it up because of your protein, heavy protein diet. Take a protein shit. And then go work out, all right? Oh, that got me lightheaded. Speaking of Planet Fitness, this is one that I saw that I referenced the last live stream. Dr. Doom is a ride in Universal Studios. That is a drop ride, meaning it's this tower, and it takes you up, and it brings you down. And then it brings you up, and then it brings you down. It's one of those. I hate them. Anyone that's drops, I hate those fucking rides. There are so many, though. There's one, as a matter of fact, in Orlando that was a drop ride in one of their little parks that somebody fell through and passed away because the person that was in charge of getting him affixed to this machine didn't realize that he was approximately 350 pounds. It's a big kid, and he fell through. And you could see the picture of him with the thing not even fully latched. So, kind of dumb. Here's for, similar reason. But you see what looks like to be a rotund woman at Plus Size Park Hoppers, my favorite TikTok account, seeing which rides are available to plus size park hoppers. And here we see her testing Fearfall.
Have you been dying to ride Dr. Doom's Fearfall at Universal's Islands of Adventure?
She's dying, all right. She's dying.
But you weren't sure if you'd fit. Hey everyone, we're plus size park hoppers and we range in sizes from 2X to 5X. Make sure you like this video and follow us for more plus size tips.
So we range in size from 2X to 5X. You think X is enough? You would think X is enough. No, we got to go 2X. And then on the far end of the spectrum, we have to go 5X and complain about rides when they don't fit your rotund, curvy self.
Have you been dying to ride Dr. Doom's Fearfall at Universal's Islands of Adventure, but you weren't sure if you'd fit? Hey everyone, we're plus size park hoppers and we range in sizes from 2X to 5X. Make sure you like this video and follow us for more plus size tips and tricks. Dr. Doom is going to suck the fear out of you by blasting you into the sky and hurling you back towards the ground in this thrilling drop ride. I didn't make this up. This is what Universal's app said. There is a test seat outside the entrance of this ride. We highly recommend trying it out before getting in line. I wear a size 2X top, 44F bra, and size 20 pants. I was able to fit in the seat, but I couldn't get the green light on the chest restraint. Even if I had gotten the green light, the seat was very narrow and my hips were not comfortable. Despite Katie's effort of pushing on the chest restraint, we still could not get the green light. Katie, wearing the blue skirt, wears a size 3X top, a 46 double D, and size 22.
3X. She couldn't even get on a test seat.
Pants. She was not able to fit comfortably in the test seat. If you have wide hips or bigger thighs, this ride will...
Oh, wide hips. Oh, I love how they're always referring to themselves as like curvy or they got like wide hips. No, you're fat.
Probably give you trouble. A larger chest could also prevent the chest restraint from locking into place. I decided to push down the chest restraint with no one in the seat, and I noticed that it would lock in if your body does not extend past the length of the arms. As you can see, there is not very much room, so I think anyone bigger than an extra large might have trouble with this ride.
You don't say. You don't say. Now, a typical person wouldn't have to go on that. Now, maybe a person I was born tall and might have an issue fitting in that. Maybe you have a thyroid problem, all 14 of you, right? But you don't have to sit on that chair. Most people just go, yeah, all right, I fit. I'm good. Because you have normal proportions. Now, I'm a short guy. I fit on that. Because it's designed for regular people. It's a universal seat, essentially. Oh my God, that's so sad. If only there was a solution. 94 comments. Let's see. Okay, I'm glad these comments tend to be based. Maybe there's a solution. If only there was a fix. All right. I thought some of these would be arguments. We call that a clue. Phenomenal. Phenomenal comment. Listen to the doctor. Love your videos. I'm not plus size, but I recently broke my leg and struggle to navigate accessibility. Well, I mean, there's a difference between breaking your leg and not fitting in one of these rides. Boy, self-imposed struggle. Isn't it great? Self-imposed struggle. Do I sell? I don't know if my shirts sell in triple XL size. I'm not sure. But Fat Dr. Doom, that's there. Millennial Quirky. I don't know why I put that there. Millennial Quirky. You can't ride. There's a height requirement. Funny. I went to the youth fair with my my brother this week. Youth fair here is in Miami now. Scam. It's a whole scam. You see all the carnies and all the stuff. But one of the rides we're too big for. We're too big for one of the rides because it was for children, which is a shame because it's a fun ride. You navigate through this thing and then there's a like a fucking slide, but we're too big. So I'm too tall for something, Satchel. The ride in the background dropped before the top. It hit the top from the sheer weight of the 4X passenger. Six Flags, 6XL shirts. This is the most American thing I've ever seen. Calculus, find X. Fuck. I couldn't imagine being that size and having to go around the whole park and lines. I'd be exhausted. Well, typically they have these little things, the little wheelchairs that you borrow for like $80. Drops give me some worry now after that happened. I'm sure you're referring to the one in Orlando. Yeah, they're always terrifying. No, thank you. And I've seen Final Destination too many times where I don't want to be a part of that. Speaking of fats, though, Cheesecake Factory is where fats go to do magic tricks. I mean, this guy's not fat, but he is annoying to me. I don't know why. The face, maybe, the whole vibe. This guy's like a debunker of people on, I guess, psychics or whatever. I remember seeing his account for the first time, but he just annoys me. This Cheesecake Factory doesn't know I'm a magician. Kind of cringeworthy line there. I'm sure it's done in jest, but there's something cringe about this guy that I don't like. I remember seeing a couple of his videos that were extraordinarily cringe, and I remember he had a wig too, which was funny, but he had like a weird annoying necklace. This is coming from a guy wearing a weird annoying necklace. I think you know what it was that he had a video where Kyle B. Oh, it was that one. Yeah. Okay, now I remember. Oh, sugar, honey, sweet iced tea. He said some shit like that in reference to the trick where the card turns into the watch. And I was really annoyed at his attitude when clearly it was the trick was shown by the guy. She showed the fucking trick. But he goes, oh no, look, I could show you the back of it. And he did like an obvious ditch. So I remember that's why I was initially annoyed at this guy. And also the ginger part. So I remember seeing that, and that kind of made me cringe, right, aggressively. Let's go through here. I know that I skipped a bunch of comments. He looks like the P word. Corn Pop says, good night. Satchel says, that dude is a douchebag. Gets triggered super fast. Love trolling him. How have you trolled him before, Satchel? How have you trolled him? Leave a voicemail if you can. That'd be nice, so you could tell me. Gotta go, guys. It's 1 a.m. in my country. Good night. 1 a.m. sounds like a good time to be up in my country. I'll never forget going to the urgent care, and the lady asks me, hey, on a good night, when do you go to sleep? And I said, on a good night? Fuck, no, fuck, I already fucked it up. I said, on a great night, I go to sleep at 3. But on a good night, like 10. I fumbled that so badly. She was very hot, too. That's the worst part. If you like big girls, just stand next to that test chair and collect digits. That is I guess that's the move. Magic Orthodoxy got the move. Satchel says TikTok. Yeah, but what have you told him to troll him? Because I remember seeing that video that really annoyed me where the card turns into the watch. So it's like a card and then, or sorry, the watch, right? And they hold the watch and then it folds into the shit, right? And I remember seeing Kyle B on TikTok, who's a person that like exposes tricks and how they're done. He did the whole video where he very very gaily goes, oh, hold my apple juice, you know, like he does. My favorite fucking TikTok magician. And that Kyle guy, or not Kyle, fuck, Brandon, what's his name? Cody, what the fuck's his name? I can't do up. Cody, Kyle, Hildenbrand, fuck, what's his fucking name? Cody, god, fuck, that took way too long. Cody goes, oh, sugar honey iced tea, you might think that it's how I do the trick, but that's not how I do it. And it's like, yes, it is. It's the same trick everybody bought off Temu.com or AliExpress or Wish, dude. So I remember seeing that and I was very annoyed. But he has a lot of followers, 704,000. So he's doing something right. But let's go through the majority of these. I know I skipped a couple. Something I could perform at birthday parties. I don't know what he's referring to. Vote in the chat. Who would want that trick posted? I don't know what you're talking about, Satchel. Oh, maybe a dildo magic. A dildo trick. Well, I would have to purchase a dildo. And I don't know if I want to walk into a sex store. I just walked into a sex store. Not sex store, sorry. Walgreens, might as well be. And I was looking for dick numbing wipes. I couldn't find. But they did have spray, which is lidocaine, by the way. It's a lidocaine. So you're putting lidocaine on your cock. I called his BS during a live. His arrogance, my TikTok got blocked from watching his vomit. Yeah, that's the thing about these magicians. They got no spine. The moment you give any sort of criticism, they block you. I don't block. I welcome. Give me. Now, if you're repeating, unfortunately, we are on YouTube, so you can't say certain words over and over again. I have blocked people on YouTube for that reason. But also for, you know, saying, oh, hey, here's your location, here's your thing, here's your, what do you call this? Your, I sent a message to your family member, your friend, like that. Fuck you. You're an idiot. God, fuck. That was a fun time. But I don't block. So that's kind of a really, really bitch move. So maybe that. I have one more here. Millennial Quirky. That's another one that bothers me. Millennials. I know that I'm a millennial. As a matter of fact, as I mentioned before, my birthday's next week. I'm going to watch WrestleMania for my birthday. I don't know what I'm going to do apart from getting absolutely demolished. You could figure out which day it is, 6 or 7, because WrestleMania is 2 nights. But this video really caught my attention because it wasn't a parody. It was a legitimate, quirky millennial showing what looks like to be her puzzle. And it has all the tropes of like a millennial, like the... Oh, hey guys! Oh, you're not gonna believe this, but we have my like it's just this overabundance of quirkiness that really makes me want to punch the nearest puppy.
Quite a few people have commented on the fact that this is my puzzling table and this is a 1,000-piece puzzle, and you can see that putting it together is not going great because there's no room. Some lovely people from the TikTok shop offered to help me out and send me this. Oh my gosh, this is gonna make
this reminds me of that cup girl, and none of the comments say that that this is the quirkiest, cringiest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Nobody says that, but I guess I saw this and I was wondering, wow, people like this actually exist. And it reminds me of the cup girl that I talked about a while ago. That's she goes, as a human adult, as a human man, fuck, I just bomb that. As an adult baby, I'm always dropping things. That video, if you recall. So that was annoying. I remember that one. But people like that do exist. Just, I guess, let's finish off the video. Might as well.
Makes such a big difference.
So quirky, so millennial. Just
puzzle on this white and this reflective surface that I've been on. Second, that's gonna make my life so much easier. And third, there's little drawers. There's so many.
I know. I'm being an asshole. All right, because she has a hobby. She's enjoying it. She found something that helps with her hobby. Nothing against that, but just the overall demeanor is what I'm really against here.
On the side, so I can store stuff. My life just got so much easier. Thank you. And also, if you want to buy this puzzle board, you can. It's in the TikTok shop, and I linked it. This is gonna be this little.
All right, that's as much as I could tolerate. My fucking goodness. Notice my new birthday watch that I got for myself, by the way. It's the dupe of the one from Goldfinger. I looked up the specs. I looked up the what I wanted, and I found one that best matched that. Obviously, it's not a Rolex. I think reference 6538, if I recall correctly. It's not that one. That's a $60,000 watch. But I got the closest thing with a without a crown guard, with a nice little band, the same colors, the same everything pretty much, and I'm very happy with it. So it's my birthday present to myself, because I am a insert the word that you're thinking here. And I wanted to watch that look like that one because the moment I saw Dr. No and Goldfinger and I believe Diamonds Are Forever. I don't know if he has that same. Yeah, he does. I fell in love with the watch. So that's my little birthday present to myself. It's not gay to get a birthday present for yourself, by the way. That's not gay. You're gay. She's adorable, you monster. It's you know. Yes, I'm not saying I'm the asshole. I'm acknowledging that I'm the asshole. Okay, I'm the piece of shit here because she found a hobby, she's enjoying it, and I'm out here being a bully, saying she's a quirky millennial. But it bothers me. It gets my itch. I act the same way as Puzzle Girl in my Peak Wallet videos. No shade. I'm the animal. I'm sorry. I'm the animal. Another update on one of the advice that I gave in my video. I stand by my purchase. I got a $6 Amazon knife in M-Tech. I bought this specifically because it has a bottle opener, and it's the best bottle opener I've ever used. I use the bottle openers fairly frequently. And I got this. I mentioned this before in the advice section of a video. This is the best thing you could get if you have knives. This is a Work Sharp field sharpener. It's unbelievable. It's so good. I made a video on it on PigCake Plus, and it got this knife exactly where I wanted it to. Look at this. I say that as I come to a problem there cutting it, but look at that. Look at. I could shave with this, and I have tried, and it works. I could shave with that. So I'm very impressed with this particular system, and it's very easy to use too, which is the other parts. So I guess that's a little stupid update on the advice section of a video that I used. I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan. I've gotten into knives recently, obviously cheapo knives, and cheapo knives, you kind of want them sharp, right? Because well, every knife you want sharp, but a cheapo knife, typically they don't stay sharp as long as better knives because of steel and whatnot. And this is definitely Chinese shit. But you get one of these sharpeners, and oh boy, does it just change your perspective on everything. It's a really nice one. It has a little leather thing on the side. Fuck, what a nice one. So I'm a huge fan. It just cuts through this like I'm cutting through a child, essentially. So I'm a huge fan of that. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. No effort. It just glides right through. Shaving sharp with this. The rest of this stream should be just me honing this. Also, I've looked up a lot of videos on knife sharpeners and whatnot. If you call it a blade, you're you're a virgin. If you call it a blade. So if you go, oh yeah, I'm just sharpening my blade, you're a virgin. I was just wondering if I cut myself. No. But I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan of this system. And it's so good. You could do it for everything. You could sharpen pretty much everything with this. And it's very inexpensive too. So I guess this is another little present to myself. So why'd he go from talking about... Did he go from talking about hating quirky millennials to sharpening a knife? Isn't that dangerous? Isn't that scary? Right? Hey, if you're one of the people on Facebook that wanted to talk to me or wanted to argue about my point that I made about female magicians, make sure to reach out to me in my email. Make sure to reach out to me in my email. It's there, pigcake with 2 E's at gmail.com. I'm open to debate. I'd love to have you on live so we could talk. I think, Satchel, you're referring to the fact that I hate the term butter, like butter, right? I hate that, buttery smooth. You get 5 years for a butter knife here in the UK. I believe it. I forgot what the laws I looked up the other day, but they're changing constantly. It's kind of retarded. You can't even carry a pocket knife. Here you could carry out I could have a gun. I could have a gun and not have a license. Wajah says, I've been checking out watches recently. What are you wearing? Do you own more than one? I own a lot of watches. I don't like any smart watches because I don't want to charge my watch. I already have glasses that I have to charge. I don't want to have to also charge my watch. This one in particular, I got it just because it looks like the one from Dr. No. It's from a company called Thorn. It's I also saw that it's a ripoff of a Tudor watch, which is what I realized. But this one in particular is what I liked about that watch from Dr. No. It's phenomenal. I didn't wear it for 3 days, and it kept it kept moving. It's an automatic watch, obviously, but it has I guess a power reserve. Phenomenal. It looks great. It's very nice. And I'm a huge fan. I got it for myself as a little birthday present. I have other watches. I have Casios. I have Seikos. Typically, I go for the lower end because it's what I could afford. But for reputable brands, this one in particular, it's not necessarily a reputable brand. I believe it's probably Chinese shit. But the movement inside is a Seiko movement, which I'm not going to complain about. And it had all the specs that I wanted. Sapphire. I was going to say screen. Sapphire glass. It had a what's it called? Crown guard. No crown guard. And pretty much all the looks of that Dr. No watch. So this one I recommend. But if you are looking for one, I just recommend getting a Seiko. The 007s are phenomenal. And they're pretty inexpensive now. The Casio Duro is one of my favorite watches. I have another one that's like an Arab dial. That one is just kind of, I like the look. But those are ones that I would recommend. I would just say go for a classic Seiko. Depends on what you like. I like this style. I want the Indiana Jones watch. Hamilton American Classic. Let's check that out. Let's see that now that you got me on this watch tip. Let's go through here and check it. American Classic Bolton quartz was introduced in 1941. So it's like a dress watch, a tank. Here they're $745. So not crazy for watches, but also not above my price range, I would say. I'm not a fan of those tank style watches, but I could see the appeal. Look at that, going for a more old school aesthetic. Definitely somebody that has a male magician on your profile. Let's see. Came for AOC. Says Casey. Well, let's go back to that picture of AOC before I end this formally. We have gone over what I wanted to, essentially. Let's go back to that AOC picture because it does make me happy. My goodness. My Twitter likes right now, my Twitter bookmarks are just hot girls. But this right here. Oh boy, this is what we started the stream with and what we're ending the stream with. I realized, by the way, I'm also going to alienate the people that I want to argue with, the magicians that were on that Facebook post. But thank you, Stefan, for posting that, trying to get me in trouble with magicians. But I appreciate it, getting some more eyes on that video. They're going to be alienated because the first 20 minutes of the video, I'm essentially talking about what I do to AOC. So they're going to be alienated from that. So they don't want to talk to a person that is open about what they want to do to other people. It's funny you could carry a gun concealed without a license here in Florida, but not a collapsible baton. We have weird laws. G-Shock Mudmaster is my favorite watch. I want to mod a G-Shock. I hate G-Shocks, but the one that I want to get was that Cassie Oak. Because I want to get the bracelet that looks like a Royal Oak and put a G-Shock in it, because I thought that actually looked good. And it would make a G-Shock wearable, at least in my opinion. But alas, I've decided on a copy of a watch from a movie with the same bracelet too. What an absolute loser. That picture is very fake. That picture is very fake. But that is the stream. Thank you guys for watching. I might be back sometime soon, next week, maybe Tuesday. Might do a stream then. I like to end these with some advice. And by advice, I mean... really taking its time here. It's okay, we could get through this.
Big fucking tits!
Big fucking tits.